Hello everybody, they call me Muse and I welcome you back to 007 First Light, where Bond has got an actual real mission to go on. And we need to find out what it is, so we're going to speak to friend Moneypenny.
M underestimates 009. You all do.
Thayer's report was inconclusive, John. 009's been gone for too long to yield reliable data. There's a 50-50 chance that he's telling the truth. We need to know what he has.
We need nothing this man has to offer. Yes, this is just the boon that M's been looking for to get Foreign Secretary Bright and his lot off our backs, but 009 is a master manipulator. Whatever his endgame is, we won't see it coming.
So 009 fucked Greenway in the past. Unless 009 is Greenway, that's a possibility.
I couldn't help but overhear you and Greenway.
Couldn't help yourself, is what you mean.
Well,
Sounds
yeah,
like there's some history between the two of
I'm
them.
a spy.
They served together as double O's, right up until Operation Nightfall.
Go on.
Would that I could.
Nightfall. And here's a profile. Okay, yeah. He's probably not Greenway then. He's got a different face. Nice pod.
Nice place. That screen big enough for you?
I know. It's cool, isn't it? Just got it up and running.
Recruit ranking. You have a widget for that.
I like to stay informed.
Looks like I kept my place.
Well, Greenway hasn't handed in the performance review for last night.
About 009. How did he manage to stay hidden for all those years? I thought Thayer could get a handle on just about anyone in the world.
Well, it's not a magic wand, James. Thayer consumes data on an unprecedented scale, but if you leave none, you're effectively invisible. Imagine the focus and dedication it takes to stay off-grid for so long.
Did 009 have help?
Almost certainly. Some even speculated he was with the cousins.
Why would the Americans hide a UK traitor?
You don't have siblings, do you?
You have a mission briefing for me.
I do. Let's get the other recruits in here and I'll show you. The Grand Carpathian Hotel in the high Tatra Mountains of Slovakia, host to the World Chess Championship. Safe to say, 009 did not pick this location at random. The hotel is swarming with international VIPs, security is of the highest order, and due to the current diplomatic tension between the UK and Slovakia, the operation has not been cleared with local authorities. According to 009's instructions, the meeting will go down in full public view during the championship match. No comms, no tracking, no backup. And these are only the safeguards that we know about. 009 will employ every manner of subterfuge to avoid capture. And if he suspects a trap, we'll never get another shot. This is where you come in. You're all blank slates in the intelligence circuit, which makes you ideally suited for undercover work. Locate 009 and keep him under close watch. But do not engage the target. This is a black tag operation, so discretion, ladies and gentlemen, is critical.
That's our strong suit. We were very discreet at the nightclub. Look how discreet I'm being. I'm staying on the correct side of the road and everything. Keeping to a 50km/h speed limit.
Now I could get used to this.
Don't act too impressed, dearest, or you'll blow our cover. And James, do quit your pouting.
I'm a glorified hood ornament.
I don't
What could I
pout.
possibly have to pout about?
Sorry if the assignment doesn't live up to your grand expectations. Someone must watch the perimeter. If 009 slips through our fingers, you're the last line of defense.
Exhilarating.
Greenway's testing you, mate. That's all. Don't give him an excuse.
The cap looks good on you, though. Really brings out your cheekbones.
I'm sure we're going to
Take a
behave
left up ahead,
ourselves.
James.
Backseat driving.
What's that,
Stay
Danny?
Just a frog in my throat.
in the car park. The Carpathian Hotel. Very well.
Halt!
I'm halting.
Is everything in order?
Routine inspection, ma'am. Won't be a moment.
Yep,
All clear.
It's just a
Please
regular
proceed.
everyday Jag. Nice and slow. Nice and chill. Look around for clues.
You think if I sold a kidney, I could afford to stay for a night?
I think I have. Stayed here, I mean. A wedding back in 22.
Doesn't sound like something you'd forget.
Well, the hen was in Cannes, so we flew in by private jet. It was dark and we'd been drinking, so...
Can. Private jet.
What?
Nothing. Darling, nothing at all.
So posh.
What do you make of 009?
He was the best in his day. That was a long time ago. My guess is he's tired of running.
Greenway thinks we're being played.
And since when do you trust Greenway?
I never said I did.
They knew each other, though. That much is clear. Something to do with an operation called Nightfall.
Begs the question. Did 009 pick Greenway out of good faith? Or bad blood?
Well, we're about to find out.
Where do you want me to park,
Pull up.
folks?
This is our stop. We're live, gentlemen. Switch to comms. Monroe, with me. James, stay.
Save the world some other time, yeah?
Afternoon. Invitation, please.
Blake and Loretta York. Plus the help.
Welcome to the Grand Carpathian. Parking is right up ahead. Mr. and Mrs. York, enjoy your stay.
Much
I wonder
obliged.
if I could complete this mission by
Oh,
just
they
staying in the
will.
car park. Just standing by the car for like half an hour.
Bright. We're entering the premises. Team status?
Nash, delivery area. In position. Singh, staff quarters.
Ronson, conference wing.
Kingsley, first floor suites. Bond.
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 Car park. I'm not there yet. Cressida.
Car park. In position.
Greenway, Grand Hall. Switching off comms as instructed. Keep a low profile and don't let your guards down. 009 most certainly won't. Out.
And he's already bored. Is that guy 009? Is that guy 009? I'm going to say probably not. Boredom montage. Now that's
Not
suspicious.
exactly the 5-star treatment.
We got to investigate that.
No harm in stretching my legs.
Maybe we'll get a disguise out of it.
Bond, reporting suspicious behavior.
009?
No, one of the hotel staff. Strangest looking bellhop I ever saw. He was mishandling luggage.
Are you joking? What are we, the local tourist board?
I guess he had to be there. It was odd. I'm gonna check it out.
You will not. 009 is our only priority.
We're not-
Stay at your post, James. That's an order.
We're
Yes,
not giving
Mom.
any more information about than that. If we'd said he's chucking a suitcase over the edge of a balcony, then maybe she'd be like, yeah, that is kind of odd. But of course, now that we've taken off our cap, we're not a chauffeur anymore. We're just a guy in a nice suit. so we can blend in a bit. I suppose we still look a bit like help. But I want to come down here and investigate the scene of the crime. Oh, the Ace of Acorns. So there are collectible playing cards in a lot of levels, it seems. Maybe. Maybe he's an Arrowhead guy and they just love Acorn-themed cards. But there doesn't appear to be much in the way of clues down here, so up we go. I'm not an expert on European playing card suits, but I know that acorns and other things are used in place of the traditional Western hearts, clubs, diamonds and spades. Swords are one that's used every now and again.
I'll put it back. Eventually. Probably.
Cups might be one. So there's a garden hose we could turn on. That would distract someone. Maybe we can just disguise ourselves as press and get in that way. We did bring a camera.
It was all over social media last year.
Okay. Blondie has wandered in through that door. I think we're not going to be allowed to just do the same. Okay, if we had a lighter, we could set those leaves on fire to cause some bother, maybe. There's a generator that will distract folks. There are a couple of folks there.
Afternoon, sir. Staff and press only.
I'm press.
Gone. In transit. Just gone.
Can I duck through? I need to catch up with that bellhop.
Show me your ID and all's good.
Here it is.
Forget my own head next.
All right. Checks out. Step into the scanner, please.
Certainly.
He's clear. You may enter, sir. Enjoy the tournament.
You're on a tight ship.
Wonderful.
Member of the press.
That's what my badge says.
Continue up the stairs, please. The mezzanine is great for photos. Best view in all the house.
Good tip.
Thanks.
But it's great for people watching.
The one in the dining hall? Yeah, I cracked it long ago. Wasn't so hard.
I'm impressed. Did you open it?
You crazy? You know where it leads. Imagine if the hotel owner caught you down there.
A tunnel? Or a secret door?
I couldn't find a lock
In the dining hall?
So you did try. If that collection ever gets raided, I'm looking in your direction.
I'm not really a wine person.
No, but
Yeah.
are you a money person? The owner keeps a 1945 Archambault Rouge in his vault. I hear he also owns a 1796 Costa Fiera.
So,
but
posh
that
wines.
has to be a rumor.
Okay. Relax. Nothing.
Don't mind me, ladies.
Good afternoon, sir. Which room is he
No.
in? Don't know. But he's getting an extra mint on his pillow. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yolanda.
All the ladies love Bond. So, this door seems to be an option that we can take. Hello, everyone. We should probably try and avoid the other double O's, otherwise we'll get into trouble.
Now, let's see what all the fuss is about.
And it's another Grand Vista reveal. And a title drop for the mission.
There's Greenway. Hopefully I'm the last thing on his mind.
Yeah, if he looks up and cops us now. Jeez.
What are you here for?
What are you up to, bellhop?
Bond, status.
No sign of 009. Over.
I'm definitely not in the hotel. Over.
Kingsley alert. Best not get spotted just yet. Need to build a case first.
Yes. So we are going to have to stealth our way around all of our friends. Bellhop, you down there?
Seems he's gone behind the scenes.
We can do the same.
Titled charming.
This guy better be worth it.
And if he's not, we can always sneak back to the car.
Not even God knows what that was.
So that's stuff only, maybe? Or maybe it's just do not disturb, yeah. It's got the same you can't go through here sign in front of it that Dartmoor uses, I believe, in World of Assassination.
How do you do? Where have I seen him before?
I think he models for Alexander Dupin.
Oh, right.
Now, where do you go?
So he's over here. Now, which way did he go? That way is not a way we're allowed to go, I don't think. This way? Oh, we can stroll in here. Our man was blocking that door, but... Oh, we can get past it without too much bother, I think. That air conditioning unit looks a lot like the one from Bangkok in World of Assassination. Asset reuse is a wise thing to do. It's just good sense. So we're past our man. And we're just roaming about. Folks watching the game. We'll just keep going.
What's the matter? Hey, you look like you've seen a ghost. Hello? Earth to Ralphie.
You're right, Ralph.
Oh, look at you all riled up. What's going on?
A hell of a thing. This bellhop, he tore a page from that antique book over there. Shot me a look like, talk and you're dead. And liked it.
Christ, the nerve of
And
something.
why would the blonde man tear up
I'm
a
sure
book?
Lloyd was only trying to scare you, Ralphie.
Yeah, well, he...
Yes, that's a very good question.
Nothing that a
Where
stiff
is the
drink
book?
won't fix. I'll fetch you a G&T.
Is it that? I guess there's nothing on it now because he's took the page off it, so it's not really a help to us right now.
This bellhop, did you see where he went?
Reception. He took off towards the reception.
Reception. Good man.
Thanks. Also, we just nicked a badge. I'm not sure we were supposed to do things in that specific order, but that's what we did. So we could go back that way, I guess. We could vault out of windows, but Ralph might draw some attention to us if we do that. Oh, is that the book?
Right now, one is doing really well on
Very well.
and responds with 90.
I just told your colleague, stay clear of the backstage area. This is the World Championships, for pity's sake. I need to focus.
Dreadfully sorry. Won't be a moment.
I guess we can't learn any more than that from the book. So off we go. Back the way we came. But we might run into more double O's if we're not careful. Also, I don't want to just walk past that guy because he knows that we're not allowed out there. As far as he's concerned, we've just been in this room for like 5 minutes. But then who else are we going to run into out here?
Cressida will blow a gasket if she sees me.
Yeah, she will.
Best lay low.
So let's go this way. Now she'll possibly see us if we just walk out there. And she won't be impressed. So we're going to come this way.
Trophy. Should have been a chess player.
You don't have the patience, Wu.
Where's it from anyway? The Habsburgs?
Quite a posh trophy.
French would be my guess.
The whole cargo.
So is Crest going to see us if we just walk out there?
I never. Norman, are you listening to me? Norman, pay attention. I said, well, I never.
What is it this time, Mother? Does some troglodyte wear a waistcoat with a cummerbund? Oh, the humanity.
No, that tall, blonde bellhop. Oh, never mind. You're oblivious as usual.
She's no happy customer.
Perhaps we can help. What's going on, miss?
Pardon me, Mom. Hotel administration. I couldn't help but overhear.
Good. I was about to file a complaint.
This bellhop was bothering you.
Well, I called him 3 times and he just rushed past me. Ignored me completely.
Oh, disgraceful. Did you happen to see where he went?
I'll tell you exactly where he went. Towards reception.
You've been most helpful, Mom. I'll take it from here.
You'd better. Honestly.
So, same information as before. Head to reception. But I'm kind of worried about Crest seeing us if we go down that flight of stairs at all, so let's just investigate the area a bit more. Okay, that leads around to Crest again. Maybe we do have no choice but to go down the stairs, but if we stick to this side, maybe she won't see us. Maybe we'll just have to hold one hand up in front of our face and she won't recognise us. She's probably got a good sight range on her though.
Forget it.
She is a spy.
Ronson. Oh, great. Better stay clear.
Yeah, let's stay clear of Ronson.
Approximately 6'2".
Now, what are you lot chatting
Spoke
about?
with an accent. Must be a foreign national. I'm sorry, Mr. Prendergast, but we simply do not have a bellhop of that description.
Ridiculous. And who made off with my bag then?
Ah.
I demand to see the manager.
It was your
He's
bag.
on his way, Mr. Prendergast. I'm sure it's all a misunderstanding.
It better be. I'll be over here.
Wouldn't want to keep Mr. Prendergast waiting.
Are we going to be the manager then?
Mr. Prendergast, I am told you have some missing baggage.
Stolen is more likely.
Any idea where he went?
Yes, that's what I've been telling you people. I spotted him just before, going through the door marked laundry.
Laundry. That's very helpful.
He's just going to get offended if we ask what was in the suitcase.
What is your business at the hotel?
A bit of workation. I'm researching my next novel. An AI-themed techno thriller taking place in the world of international chess.
Sounds like a page-turner.
Sounds awful.
Right, that's all I need. My office will be in touch. Please have a drink on the house.
Oh, believe me, I shall.
Well, the blonde man is no bellhop, that's for sure. Time to do the laundry.
So, do we sneak into staff only at this point, or do we stay public? For as long as possible. Numpad, enter code.
Why not?
We don't have a code.
Everybody cheats. You cheat at cards all the time.
I do not.
That's what Nivik will say.
Yeah, we'd have to find the code then to get into that door. Let's see. Codes are stored in the manager's office behind reception. Straightforward enough. So there's reception. This might be the manager's office. Needs a staff key.
Gosha's down with the flu. Ivanka's on holiday.
But here's a room. However, we are not staff,
The
so
hotel so busy before.
I know. Hosting the championship was a great publicity move.
From what I hear, the owner almost bankrupted himself on the renovations. I need the extra bookings.
you ladies just going to chill. We could potentially sneak through here. Don't know how we got away with that. It seems like we did temporarily at least, but she might turn around and come back now. Yeah, but she's turned away, so let's go. Okay, we're in the manager's office. We can get the code for laundry. 1805.
1805. Battle of Trafalgar. Easy.
But we haven't got the manager's safe code, so that's something else we could have possibly picked up at some point. Some vintage wine. Very good. Chateau de Calenset. Very on-the-nose reference right there. Oh, it's got a little rubber ducky on the bottle. We will absolutely not be touching that in case it kaplodes and ruins our day. That door is locked as well. That needs a staff key. So I guess the only way out is back the way we came, because there's no windows to this room. We can't really do anything with that. Oh, we could use our shockwave camera to break that door, but that's not discreet. So you're still there. I think we can just walk out, you know.
Lucian's in recovery.
And now we're in. Okay, we might have to bluff our way past that.
Helena, don't be such an
Maybe.
old maid. I'm serious. That guy had prison tattoos on his neck. Most of the laundry workers are ex-cons, so what?
Excuse me, ladies. Health and safety inspection. Where may I find the laundry?
It's just down the stairs. Did someone file a complaint?
Strictly routine.
Like my marriage. Most of the laundry workers are ex-cons.
So down
what?
there is where we're going, but is there anything else we can do in here?
I'm not going down there without an entourage.
Fine. I'll take the laundry duty. But
So we've got the
seriously, you've got the
kitchen.
wrong idea. They
Do you
barely
think I
live
could
like
get
that.
Gretchen's
Barely.
autograph?
We're
for
not
my
trespassing.
daughter in the game? She dreams of going pro.
I wouldn't recommend it if you want to.
There's no clues, it seems.
Ask someone higher up the chain.
And no
Not
staff
Chief Kovac,
keys.
though. He's too dirty.
Wine cellars that way. Very well. Now, is Nash hanging out in deliveries? I think he was, so we could potentially run into him out here in these back rooms. We need to keep an eye out.
$5K. Half now, half later. Make sure no one follows.
You got it, friend.
Okay, so we've got guys in the way. Watchers can't be bluffed
That, Stefan,
when they're
was your
nearby.
fairy godmother. Get this. He just let us 5,000 euros to stop a guy from following him.
The bellhop makes that kind of dough. In that wrong line of business.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that guy is dead.
Let's turn on that vacuum.
Sensible to check that.
Yeah, you go check that. Are you the only one who's checking that?
What's the deal? What is this? I guess it's okay now.
Right! Stay there!
Okay, this wasn't subtle.
Right! I'm gonna smack you! Sounds wrong.
The situation is contained.
Looks like one of the limo drivers left his hat behind.
Hey! Looks like a body. Right here.
Doesn't look like a body.
What's happening? Are they okay?
I could have bluffed my way out of that, probably. Bam. Yeah. Cecil sees out the window.
Out of the Muslim zone. Right there. Hello.
Easy now.
Where are you trying to go?
Don't want any trouble.
Play it.
Trouble for you, not for me.
You unpacked those new kitchen uniforms yet with the head chef's monogram?
Yeah.
Make him stop. Checking it.
Piss. Yeah, discretion has gone well out the window. Oh fuck. Where'd you come from?
We've got him. Let's take him now.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably restart this. And now I've got no choice because I got bested. Bond was killed. So let's try the shove again. I don't know if that's bad for us because it can potentially lead to people exploring. But I don't know if that's going to lead to bother. Let's see.
Without a damn good reason.
Oops.
Hey, are you trying to get somewhere? I think somebody is wounded.
Right here.
Right.
Okay, we can't bluff this guy because there's a watcher nearby.
I'm talking to you.
Ah, that guy with the thing above his head is a watcher, I guess.
You had your chance to cooperate.
So it's gone tits again. Situation is contained.
Just there.
Can you be pushed? I think so. Did we get away with that? The answer appears to be no.
All good here.
Was that?
Bonk. Contain.
Good talk.
So, how would we have done this if we were competent? We wouldn't have gone that way because that's locked. I kept pressing right bumper to try and move into cover and it just kept running me. What about this way? No, there's a guy. We need to be using our gadgets. So we can use the shockwave camera to push that down on people. That's cool. So that guy's not a watcher. So we could bluff our way past him, maybe. Ah, but there's a watcher over there. Okay.
Who was that?
The old body pull might have worked. And two of you, one of whom is a watcher. It's the enforcer dot above their head, like in Hitman, that I now realise is the symbol. So let's see. Yeah, not having a radar makes me sad. Let's get someone's attention with the old washer, maybe. That guy's coming round. Is he going to see a bunch of bodies, though? Is the problem. Yeah, he's seen a body, I think.
Web Industries shares were among the winners in early trading on the back of rumors of a forthcoming.
We've seen quite a few.
Didn't see that coming, did you?
That guy down there might have seen the body.
Technology stocks have seen the biggest losses, but
I mean, probably he's right in front of him.
the highest gain.
Yeah, you should come and have a look, friend. It worked so well for that guy. Bad. Another man down. So we're whittling them down in one of the least subtle ways we could have done.
International heads of state have issued a joint communique committing their nation to
You unpacked those new kitchen uniforms yet? The headship's monogram.
Presenting the communique to the press, the French president said,
And we're through. Good.
Gone again. Slippery bastard.
Well, let's sneak through here.
A worn bellhop outfit. Size XL.
So he's left his gear behind.
206. Could be a passcode, an address, or a room number.
It's probably a room number. We can always get onto the others and ask them if they know who's in room 206. Just out of interest. Ask them to look out for a big blonde man that's not Monroe. So that door's locked. We could kick it. Ah, okay. It said kick distract, but it seems kick does also open doors, which is what you'd expect. So I'm glad that's the case.
Cressida? All is quiet in the car park.
Good. Let's keep it that way. Stay vigilant.
Yes.
You're the boss. Must have taken the scenic route.
We'll stay vigilant. We can still kind of see the car park from up here.
See? No one's in here.
Silent alarm didn't trigger itself. Check the windows.
I'll be damned.
Hey, Laszlo, look at that.
Yeah, I see it. Maybe the wind caught.
Watch your back, fellas.
Okay.
Stay calm. There'll be an arm. Nothing gets past the scanners.
How to deal with these lads?
If anything's stolen, Jordan's can handle it.
Works for me.
Huh? Got it.
Yeah, neither of you have seen anything. Now you go around and look at that. while I scuttle over here.
Okay. That could have turned ugly.
Yeah, it did in the laundry. So you're quite right there, Bond. That was a challenge complete. Oh shit, it's Monroe. Do we have to go past Monroe? He'll cover for us. Right?
Monroe, I need your help.
Took you long enough.
The blonde man. He's changed his disguise. I knew he was up to something.
Yeah? How'd you know he's not a thief?
He doesn't move like a thief. He moves like a soldier. I'm telling you, something's not right.
Look, I might have seen a bloke who fit the bill. Tall, blonde. Only he was in a suit. Went by the name of Locke.
Where was this?
Over at reception, a little while ago. He was heading upstairs.
Thanks, mate.
Hey, you didn't hear it from me.
Go on, Monroe. He's ride or die. So, let's have a look around. We could just go upstairs. We think we know where his room is. We might be able to climb out and around or something like that. Rooms are upstairs, as you might expect. Is Crest still over there? Or has she moved on? Okay.
Chief, it's Christoph. Come in, Chief. Kovac, do you copy? Strange. He's never applied.
I just overheard a pair of guests complaining about loud thumps and noises coming from one of the second-floor suites.
He went up to room
Interesting.
206 with that gentleman
What do we
from the
think?
insurance
Saying
company.
who stays in 206?
Blonde fella.
You want
Mr.
me to
Locke,
check up on him?
VIP from Rhinestone Insurance. He's
They're
working with the
probably
hotel's
going
chief of
over
security.
I highly doubt that 009
That
has
chest
spent his
proof is
exile
worth a
selling
fortune.
insurances.
Room 206.
I'd say it's none of our business.
That has to be
Copy
it.
that.
Okay, so that's room 206. And is this guard going that way? The conversations overlapped with one another, so it's hard to say. Anyone in the dining room? Seems like no. I've not really talked much about how gorgeous this game looks and how cool the setting is.
Room 206.
But yeah,
Second floor.
you can see it for yourself. It looks outstanding. Now, how are we going to get upstairs? How are we going to get upstairs subtly? Seems like we are allowed to move at a light jog without attracting too much attention. It's 206 is behind there.
These times, everything's so transparent now. The last thing we need is another shitstorm.
There's a watcher nearby,
Timmins
so we
Moscow
can't
ties weren't bad enough. No,
break
guess
the
we'll have to
armour.
play the meritocratic
We
game,
can
just like everyone else,
turn on
I'm
the
afraid.
vacuum though, and that'll get attention of security.
What's this?
Does it also get the attention of the maid? Will she notice us in the mirror? Doesn't seem that bothered. 205.
206. Should be right around here.
The post-op recovery should last a few more weeks.
Key lock's been broken. Good. We can walk in then.
Guess he got
Unless it's locked.
fall like that.
And we can't walk in. Yeah.
Not to horse around on a second-floor ledge
And then 207, that's locked as normal. So let's go out the window.
You're exaggerating. You don't always do my thing.
Oh, last year, America's Cup. The year before that, Monaco Grand Prix. Should I keep going, Malcolm?
Barcelona 2021. Your thing.
My aunt's funeral. You know what? I don't need this. I'm out.
She'll come.
Will she, Malcolm? Okay, so this is 207. It's balcony, I think. Malcolm is still in there. We could kick it down and then possibly hide so that we don't have to worry about choking Malcolm out. Are we allowed to vault off just any side of this, or does it have to be off? Yeah, I think it would have to be off that edge that we...
The hell? I'm gonna check that out.
You ain't seen shit, Malcolm. There's probably a gust of wind. And there we go. He's back to where he was.
Oi! What the bloody hell are you doing in our room?
The building inspector. Just checking for asbestos.
I see.
Make yourself comfortable. Won't take a minute.
That works.
Well, is there asbestos?
Inconclusive. Enjoy your stay.
Yeah, we'll be gone. And here's 206. Can we peek? Or should we just climb in?
Now, what happened here? Monroe?
Aye, Detective.
I'm in 206. It's a mess. Stay on the line. I'll have a look around.
This should be good.
Security protocol. Interesting.
I found a keycard holder, minus the keycard.
Could mean anything, mate. Don't jump to conclusions.
Very well. There's more to explore. The Bratislava Weekly. Famous climate scientist in Orlando has died. Okay. That wardrobe is from Hitman, I'm pretty sure. Looks like the Parisian ones.
I found the Chief of Security's wallet. It's full of cash. Doesn't look like a robbery.
He might have dropped it.
In the fireplace? Monroe, this isn't some party that got out of hand. These are signs of a struggle. And someone put up one hell of a fight.
If that's the case, where's the body?
Good question.
Here's another wardrobe. I know from extensive experience that bodies can be hidden in wardrobes.
Good fit for a body.
Nope. Nothing in there. Very well. So where's the body? Locke ordered a Finnish pastry filled with rice porridge. That's curious. Is this the bathroom? There's no body in the bath.
Found a wool suit, size XL. This guy changed his disguise again.
Or he changed his outfit. Small word, big difference.
Monroe, this is serious. The blonde man did something to the Chief of Security, I'm sure of it.
Okay. So why? And how is this connected to 009?
Not a clue. Yet. Call you back.
You might be after 009. Because you just want 009 revealing what he knows. Could the body have gone out the window? Maybe. Is that a question we might have to answer next time? Possibly. Oh god, now there's someone knocking on the door. Well, I haven't got time to answer that right now, so I'm going to say thanks for watching, friends. We will open the door next time and try and explain all the mess in this room. Until then, have a good one.